You got to treat those kids as if they're all yours.
The late Toni Morrison once said, "I don't think one parent can raise a child. You really need the whole village."
And it's those nonverbals that take us to the next level.
Those words have come to pass at Southwood High School in Shreveport, Louisiana.
And they came up with an entire game plan. And one of the ideas was, Dad's on duty. Let's go help them watch these kids, be supportive of these students.
A group of about 40 dads work in shifts of about 5 to 8 at a time, traversing the halls of the school, acknowledging students, encouraging them to get to class on time, cracking jokes here and there, and offering reassurance things will be okay.
Just, walk the halls, stick your head in the door, good morning, how you doing? Just kind of get everything started off smooth. And it led into interaction.
The story behind why these dads are spending their downtime at a school is a bit more complex.
Number one, my daughter came home and said she was fearful to return to school because of threats made on their life.
At a September Cato Parish School Board meeting, Chandra Baker is seen pleading for school officials to do something about the violence at the predominantly black school. Last month alone, more than a dozen students were arrested for fighting. The problem was so bad, the superintendent held a news conference about the violence.
8 girls involved in a fight, and we do have evidence that this fight actually began in one of the local apartment complexes last night and spilled over into the school today. At the same time, yesterday, we had 14 students arrested and charged with disturbing the peace.
Southwood High School principal Dr. Kim Pendleton says between the pandemic, students returning to school, and the gang violence in the surrounding neighborhoods, it was a recipe for disaster.
It was just an example, that microcosm of what's happening in the community as a whole. We had a lot of shootings and gang violence going on within the community. Every day someone was getting shot.
At one point, the school had several armed security personnel on campus to maintain order, which made things a bit uncomfortable for some students.
Another young lady was crying outside. She said, "I come from a bad neighborhood. I don't want to be around all this. I don't want to be around all this fighting."
Dr. Pendleton knew she had to create a safer environment for the students, and fast.
And the kids would say, "Well, Dr. Pendleton, it has nothing to do with the school. It has to do with in the streets. Don't worry about it." I said, "I have to worry about it because y'all are bringing it into the school setting."
Dr. Pendleton sought help from the school district and parents. From there, the parents took it upon themselves to reclaim their neighborhood school and its students. By early October, with the support of the school district, Dads on Duty was formed.
And I sat with the fathers and I gave them expectations. And those expectations were, I did not want them to be the disciplinarian. These fathers came from the inner city and they work very hard to get their families into this community. And they want to make sure that they preserve what they've worked very hard for their families.
Many of the fathers work full-time jobs and don't have college degrees, but their mere presence alone caused all of the violent chaos to suddenly stop. Zachary Johnson, who has 4 kids at the school, credits their success to one thing.
And I'm going to tell you what it is. Love.
Once word spread of the success of Dads on Duty, the fathers have been in high demand by the media and other school systems wishing to create similar programs as a means to offset troubled youth with a little tender love and care.
You got to treat those kids as if they're all yours, not just the ones that we help bring into the world.
For so long, folks have told the young people what it is that they need to do, opposed to sitting back and listening to them.
Reporting for Atlanta Black Star, I'm Cavante Smalls.